So Nicola, we're here at the Veterans Memorial Cemetery in Houston. And usually we have conversation, Rachel and I have a conversation about beds, right? How you sleep, why you should do this, that, and the other. But first of all, I want to tell you it's an honor to meet you. Really, it's an honor to know you. But what really got me is the reason that you started doing this because of your father. And I want everyone that watches the SNOOZE News, first, if you would be so kind, tell me, to the point, how, if I wanted to be involved, okay, how do I get in contact with you?
Go to the Memorial Day Flowers 2019 event page on Facebook. You can, search it on Facebook and find us, or you can go to the foundation, Memorial Day Flowers Foundation, and volunteer through that. That's probably the longest way to get a hold of me, though, because they send me an email.
But it's one way to get a hold of you.
It is, yeah.
How long have you been doing this?
This is going to be my 8th year.
Your 8th year?
Yes.
And this year, we're shooting for, you said earlier, 15,000 roses.
Right.
So we need a lot of volunteers.
We do.
And the volunteers would need to come at 6 a.m. on the 27th of May.
Yes.
At the Veterans Memorial.
Correct. Houston National Cemetery.
Houston National Cemetery. But that's what I want everybody to know is it takes a special person like Nicola to do what she's doing. Her father, her story is that her father was in the Air Force, twice retired. That should tell you something, twice retired. And he served during the Vietnam era. And you come on in and correct me anytime I'm wrong. The Vietnam vets, when they came back home, for you young folks that are out there, did not come back into this country in fanfare. You know, they were looked down upon like they were doing something wrong. They didn't do anything wrong. They went overseas, right or wrong war, doesn't make any, it's not up for discussion, but they served their country and they answered the call to serve their country because that was their duty. And that was who her father was. And she started doing this 8 years ago in honor of her father, and he's passed since, and she's continuing doing this every year since. And we met this year, you said we met by God.
Yes,
we
did.
Some folks might think that that's funny, but I don't. I believe that. And our goal is very simple. We got over 85,000 headstones in this cemetery. 85,000. This is, by the way, only the city of Houston. Right. This is not the metropolitan area of Houston, just the city. And our goal is to get 85,000 roses and the appropriate amount of volunteers to come and put a rose on each gravesite.
Absolutely.
And when I put a rose on each gravesite, what do I do?
You take a minute and you read the gravestone and you acknowledge the person that's buried there. You read their birth date, their service, and then you thank them for their service to your country. Because without them, we wouldn't have this country the way it is right now.
Exactly right. I promise you, if you come here and you volunteer, you might come in as a person, but when you leave here that day, you're going to be a totally different person. And even if you're a totally different person for 10 minutes, 15 minutes of that day, you've done something that is extremely important for the future of this country and for your well-being. I really believe that. So you come out here on the 27th of May, 6 a.m. If you can't, you look us up on the website. That is
Memorial Day Flowers.
Memorial Day Flowers 2019.com.
Yes.
On Facebook. Okay. And if you can't come, buy a rose. It's $1. And I know you got more than $1. You got $10 because you're friends with Rachel. And I know you got $10. So don't have sushi. Don't go out drinking. Do something, not that what you do is not worthwhile.
Right.
But this time, do something that is non-political. It's non-political. There are people laying here, every religion, every color, every age. I promise you. Okay? This is not political. They're Republicans, they're Democrats, they're liberals, they're independents, they're whatever. Doesn't matter. Or they're nothing. But there were human beings that their families, Ms. Nicola, are still alive. And Memorial Day is a day that she remembers her father for what he did when she stands here. And I promise you, this is a solemn place, not to make fun or you think that we're making light of it. We're not. This is a solemn place. You walk here and you see the rows of these gray headstones, and you read the names and the dates, birth, death, you realize that there are a lot of young people that are laying in this cemetery. So please, join us and take part of this.
And if you would like me, if you have somebody here, you have a loved one that's buried here at Houston National Cemetery, let me know. Send me their name and their gravestone, the marker, and I would be more than happy to place a rose for you in your honor. It's free. You already paid the ultimate price.